is Nadia, Alt Turkey or Aturki. Pronouns are she, series. I'd never in my life seen change happen in the whole entire world at the same time. It was just kind of the whole world was like in chaos, and I was like, wait, this isn't like a game. Like people are actually like this is happening, you know? There was so much motion and commotion, and like I was so scared, and it was just kind of disappointing how this country like dealt with it, because we're about to go into like another lockdown allegedly, so it's just sad. Other countries are like moving on with their lives, and like we're just kind of stuck. Growing up, like we'd stay at like my grandma's house a lot, and so like we kind of like started considering that as like our home. We also started traveling a lot more, so it was like months on end. Kind of created a weird like perception of like what home was, because I felt so at home when I was here in the States, but then I would actually go home and it was kind of like, this should be my real home, but it doesn't feel like it. So home is kind of everywhere. Not to be cheesy, but like it's just kind of wherever like comfort is, or like wherever I kind of feel like I can be myself. And like I have a lot of like things that like remind me of different people in different times. All of the plants in my room have been sent to me by my mom. They just like remind me of her, and like how she's so far away, but she's still like sending me these like beautiful things, like living things, you know? And it just kind of is very touching. Like that painting over there, I did that when I was in quarantine all alone, like, and it just kind of reminds me that like even when you're all alone, like you can still make pretty things.
I'm Kai, last name Yo. My pronouns she, her.
What was your initial reaction or response when the United States went into lockdown in March?
I mean, that was meant to happen at some point. Like, if they did not, I would be, like, in distress. So, just wish they did it earlier. But
how have you been holding up since then?
Pretty okay, I think. I'm doing fine. No, like, I'm doing okay, but I think, like, could have been better. Like, I feel like there's just a lot of missed opportunities because of all of it, and that's what I'm most like, you know, upset about, because you know it's like my senior year, right? I know like there were so many things to look forward to, and especially the previous summer, because obviously things were planned but it just didn't happen, which made me like, I was just sad about it for a while, but it is what it is, I guess. Well, I'm glad I'm not in a dorm, so I can just decorate and do whatever I want with my living space.
Do you have a community here? If yes, what's it like?
I feel like less of a community, but just like a handful of friends that I really have close to me. Or mostly because all the friends that I had that were really close to me before were either graduated or left school. That's so sad to say, but yeah. And well, it's not like a big group of friends that I have now, but it's still like individual friends that I find comfort in, and I hope that they find comfort in me also. So I think that's enough, you know. I don't need like a big 50 people around me. 5 is enough, I think. Yeah.
So what's it like to be a non-US citizen in this country during like the resurgence of BLM protests and the recent elections week and all of these national happenings?
Well, I think this is like, from where I'm from, a lot of people are not like aware of the situation, or they're just like ignorant about it. A lot of people like back home just think it's not a big deal. Like, even when I tell my parents about it, they're just like, oh, just be safe and don't go out. And that's the only thing that it is for them. It's about safety. But they don't understand, like, the underlying problems, causes, and, like, what's happening, you know what I mean? But, like, being here, it really, like, raises awareness. And it teaches you to, I guess, care for each other more as a community. Obviously, safety is a huge thing. But also, like, understanding perspectives, putting yourself in other people's shoes, not everyone's shoes though, I mean. Let's not get into that though. So yeah.